I'm Helen and today we are switching to something sweet, fresh and dairy-free, the Raw Strawberry Cheesecake from Cookidoo. Now I know it can sometimes be tricky to find delicious dairy-free dessert ideas and we don't want you to miss out. So this is an alternative to traditional cheesecake. It's part of our vegetarian kitchen collection and there is a link in the description below. It's a healthy, quick to make dessert and it just needs a little bit of freezer time, but then it's perfect for treating yourself at home. It's already earned amazing reviews, so let's whip it up in the Thermomix and see what you think. Now, just like a traditional cheesecake, it's made up of some ingredients for the base and then we've got the filling. So we're going to press start on our Thermomix and the base ingredients are what goes in first. We want 130 grams of macadamia nuts. We would like some pitted medjool dates if you can get them. Pitted, I like to buy the fresh ones and pit them myself. We want about 140 grams of those. And now we want some desiccated coconut and some salt. You may notice that it's ticking off the ingredients as I go because I'm getting the ingredient amounts correct. So some coconut and I had my salt in there. So I'll just tick off those final ingredients, press next. And now we're just going to blend those ingredients up for about 20 seconds on speed 9 so we can get a really nice base, solid base. Fabulous. Now you want to make sure that this dough looks like a moist dough that's kind of come together. I'll show you what I'm looking for. That's perfect. If you found it wasn't actually at that point, you can always repeat the step by just pressing repeat right under our digital twin of our bowl. Now what we're going to do is pop this into our springform tin. This one's a 22 centimetre one. Try to remember always to go clockwise with your spatula in the base so that you can minimise any nicks and cuts in your spatula because that's working on the blunt side of the blade when you go clockwise. There we go, it's pretty good. And again, if you find it's a little bit sticky and you've got quite a few ingredients still left in the bowl, you can always pop it back on, jump out of the recipe, go into your manual or turbo, put it onto a high speed for a second and it'll spit off any of the ingredients on the base, but mine's looking pretty good, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to use the back of a spoon just to push it down to fill the base of my tin. You just want to ensure that you are smoothing with the spoon right up to the edges because you want to get it as even as you can and you really don't want any thin parts at the edges. You want it all to be nice and even. Now that's all done to my liking, so I'm now going to pop that into the freezer while I get the filling ready. All right, so now all of the ingredients for our filling go in one hit. So we've got our cashews, which I did pre-soak prior to this. You do want to soak them in some water for about an hour. If you're a bit time poor, feel free to kind of put hot water or boiling water. It'll minimize how long you need to soak these for. It softens the cashew and activates it. Here we go, 400 grams. It's showing more on the screen because the weight it actually has told you is the raw weight prior to soaking. So don't panic if you see that it's actually more than the recipe has asked for. We want some lemons, flesh only. Just make sure that you don't have any pips in there because that can leave a bitter taste even though we're blending it. We want some maple syrup, about 50 grams of that. Some coconut oil. Remember, all the measurements are in the recipe on Cookidoo. Some natural vanilla extract, which I've actually combined with the salt and the balsamic vinegar. So I'm just going to tick those off. I love the ticking off because it means I'm not going to miss an ingredient or a key ingredient. The balsamic vinegar, you might be wondering, what on earth are you putting vinegar in a cheesecake for? It actually helps to balance out the sweetness of this dish because remember, it's not made with cheese, so we've got a lot of sweet ingredients in there, especially the dates, and we're going to be putting strawberries and so on. So it just gives it a really lovely balance. So we'll pop all of that in there. About 120 grams of water. and our 250 grams of fresh strawberries. Okay, this is the fun part because the Thermomix does all the hard work. We are just going to blend it for about 1 minute on speed 9. That's our blending done, and the Thermomix has just helped to make this mixture beautiful, silky, smooth. And we're just going to pour that onto our base that we've just taken out of the freezer. What I love about the spatula with the TM7 is that it's really long and you can actually grab so much of the filling in one hit. Now you'll notice that the blades still have quite a bit of that filling on there, and I really don't want that to go to waste. So I am going to pop it back on. We are going to jump out, go to our manual screen, and I'm just going to get to the speed, go on to speed 8 for a second. To get back to my recipe, you can just pull down your cooking center, go back to the recipe, and there we are. But what you'll see now is that it's spat all of the filling onto the sides, and I can grab it with my long spatula. So you just want to give it a little bit of a shake. Want to get any air pockets out, and you want to try and make it nice and smooth on top. All right, and then all that's left is to really decorate your cheesecake how you like, and then we're going to pop it into the freezer for preferably overnight, but it does say for a minimum of 6 hours roundabouts, and then you're going to take it out about 30 minutes before you're ready to serve. So let's just pop on top of here some blueberries. You can be as creative as you like. You might like to put some strawberries instead, some raspberries. Some mint leaves is also lovely as a topping. And I've just got here some flaked almonds, some goji berries, and some shredded coconut. It's great to put the toppings on before you put it into the freezer, because then that way they're going to set with the cake. There we go, that's going into the freezer to set, and then I'll bring one out that I've prepared earlier. And there you have it, a creamy dairy-free cheesecake that's perfect for dessert, celebrations, or even a midweek treat. You'll find the recipe link in the description below. Give it a go and share your results in the comments. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and check out more from the Vegetarian Kitchen collection. Happy cooking!